going on, guys? I'm Ariana. Welcome back to my channel, and boy do I got some news for you today. Excuse the unflattering lighting, unflattering angle, unflattering me. I thought I'd switch it up a little bit today in my spot, even though it's not that cute after all what I thought it'd be like. You can kind of see my stuff over there and then my ring light. But I was gonna do my makeup and then record, but I was like, I think I'm on a time crunch and I'm currently having a panic attack, so I was like, maybe I'll do my makeup and talk at the same time. A good amount of a distraction. But I got some shit to share to you guys that is going down soon, and that you'll probably see this while it's already happening. So I'm gonna put on some of my eyes and then I'll be right back to you. Okay, I'm back. I look crazy right now. I ended up doing my eyes off camera because I was like, okay, I'm gonna do like a little brown smoky gold eye, and then it just didn't turn out. We got reds and other colors going on. So it's like, I'm just gonna do that. Are you burping? My aunt's dog is right here. I don't know if you can see him. Cuddles, look up. 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 He's almost in frame. Up. No, okay, he almost tried. He almost tried. He's a Q-tip. He was having his own panic attack throughout the house because it was just me and him home, and he's like, where did everyone else go? So any sound has been setting him off. So it's just us. So I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup now. I'm gonna be looking over in my mirror a lot. This isn't how I thought I was gonna film this video. I did film this video before, back in January, I believe, the beginning of January. I think, yeah, I filmed it. And I never got around to posting it, and I could still post that one, but I feel like it was so long ago. I feel so different, meaning, I mean, I wasn't in the best mood most of that video because I found out during that video that my boyfriend's family had COVID, so I was freaking out because I was with them. I was just with them. I'm like, am I gonna get COVID? And then my mom had cancer, and I was like, she can't get COVID. So I was just like not in the mood that video. But like, we never got it. But now we're here again, and yeah, I feel different, but there's some things, I feel like some details I might leave out that I don't like fully remember now from then, like how everything happened, how everything got set up. But I'm going to try my best. I look crazy. Yeah, I wanted to film this more as like a sit down, but no one else is home right now, so I figured this was the best time. So instead of wasting time and then losing out and then having to whisper the whole video, I figured let's just do it now. So back in October 2021, I ended up booking a rhinoplasty slash like septoplasty. So I've always had like insecurities of things, like, oh, the dog's gonna leave. Hold on. You leaving? Are you leaving? Yeah, you're not sure. He's not sure. He was a COVID dog, like a COVID puppy, so he struggles a lot. So yeah, I've always had like, also this lighting's not right. Like, I look actually orange in person with my foundation right now, but in this I just look dull, and like, I don't know, it looks really dark on my hair. My hair's not even that dark, and I don't know how to play with filters, but I keep pausing. So I've always had like really bad social anxiety, really shy, just not happy with a lot of things, on how a lot of things look, and my nose was always one of them. More so as I got older. I was looking back in some old photos, and like, I don't know if you can see in the video, but you can see in person like how this curves this way. I didn't used to always have that, so I don't know if I like got hurt at some point at some age, I don't know. But you're also going to hear the dog crying because he's just searching for his owner, my aunt, and she's not here. So yeah, and I feel like as I got older, I'm more aware of it. It bothers me more, like when I take photos, if I'm not the one taking it, even when I'm the one taking it, I don't really like it, but I want to be the one taking it, and I want to be aware of what I look like in the photo. I hate any photo from like this side or here. I usually, or even front forward, I usually try to go here, because I don't mind the side as much. I say I have two different sides of my nose. I say this is my Greek side, and then this is my mom's side. And then I believe like I have a deviated septum, because my breathing's always been on and off, on and off, if that makes sense. Like I don't think I have it really bad like some other people do, but my nose is always running, and then sometimes I just cannot breathe at all, and it switches between both sides of my nose. But maybe, I don't know, actually no, I'm not gonna pop up like a close video of my nose. Hold on, I'm just looking for my concealer. I was holding it the whole time. So with my nose, this is an awkward angle, but on this side, is it this side? Yeah, this side, it like bumps out a little bit more right there. And then if I breathe in, it like closes. And then that's why I think I have this line that goes this way, because it goes that and like that maybe. I think that has to do with like deviated septums. But yeah, I was always thinking about looking into getting my nose done. Also, I know I'm gonna do my makeup wrong today. Like, I'm gonna do these steps wrong and apply them wrong, because since I'm talking and doing my makeup at the same time, that's what happens. I always do it incorrect. Cuddles, are you okay? You can come up. You come back up. No? You'll just hear his pitter patter, so he can't sit still. So I've always thought about doing it, but it was just one of those things that I was like, I'm never going to do it. Like, that's such a drastic change. Like, how could I ever change something like that? But I always look at other people and I'm like, you can see the transformation it gives them. Like, doing any type of like cosmetic procedure, like some people, it really makes the difference. Like, it changes them completely. And so I was just like, I don't know what to do. And then also, like, with the price of it is insane. Like, I'd be paying like $10,000 to $20,000+ probably out here. And then also I was looking at some doctors out here and I just couldn't find any that I liked. Like, I didn't know what to do. And then eventually someone told me about getting one in Turkey. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't remember what the conversation came of. I just know someone else told me that it wasn't, like, I didn't find it myself. And then so I was like, wait, really? Like, that's like a thing? Cuddles, you're okay, baby. It's okay. She'll be back soon. Take a nap with Pepsi. And they said that they like knew someone, I'm pretty sure, that went, or that a lot of people go. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll start trying to look into that. And this was maybe in like August or September of last year. And so I started looking into it, and it turns out like a lot of people go to Turkey to get procedures done. Like rhinoplasty, stuff with the face, boob jobs, liposuction. I don't know the safety of the other ones, but I did look up like, where is the best place to get a rhinoplasty? And Turkey came up as #1. Like, it was a list of 7. United States wasn't even on the list. Second was like Croatia, I think. I know the UK was somewhere on the list, and I forget the other places, but I did not see the US on the list. They might be on other lists, but this particular list I saw, the US wasn't on it. These aren't the same color, man. That in person. I'm gonna have to like sit at the end somewhere else so you can like see better. I feel like I'm like already forgot to do something because this doesn't look right to me either. Yeah, so Turkey. So then I was on the, oh my god, do I go to Turkey? 1, because it came up as one of the best places, but 2, I discovered that it is a lot cheaper than here to get it done. And you could say, why would you go somewhere that's cheaper? Cheaper does not mean a good deal. And no, that is true. Cheaper does not always mean a better deal. Cheaper sometimes means disaster. But it's just because the economy is like so different than here. And trust me, the prices are going up there. Like, every time, like when I was looking for different doctors, a lot of them have different prices. Like, there's this one guy I wanted to go to, but he was booked out for 2 or 3, he was booked out for 2 years. And I was like, I don't want to wait 2 years, but he was $12,000 US. And I was like, okay, so like he does what he is worth. But it's going up a lot, and that's a lot like above average than a lot of the prices out there. I don't know if you guys are gonna get a glimpse of him, but he's back and he's on my lap. So you're probably gonna hear his tail, and then now I'm sitting a little shorter. What was I just saying? Yeah, so that's when my start of turkey began. And then I might try this makeup by Mario because I'm gonna be using it on someone soon, but I know this is gonna be too light for me, but I think I'm gonna put it on and see, and then maybe fix it later. This is hard to open. Okay, so I got the new Makeup by Mario Face Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. I was just trying to find a lighter shade for someone I was doing makeup on because mine were all too dark, and someone recommended this, but let's see how it applies. I don't know if I should put it on this thin on my face or use something smaller and then swipe it on. I'll try it with like this paintbrush maybe, and then fix it with the blending brush. Hopefully this doesn't ruin my makeup. I don't think I like it. It's a weird color. And then it kind of blends away to nothing, but then it's like still there but a weird color. I mean, it's too late now. I'm gonna use it on the other side and then I'll fix it later. I don't know, it's kind of like a muddy color. Even though I'm more exposed in my face area on the camera than I am in person, but it's kind of muddy. Okay, I need to get back to what I was talking about. What was I talking about? Yeah, so I was looking for doctors. There was a few that I had on my list. I don't really remember their name. There was a Mehmet or a Mummet. There's a few of them though. Dibbler, but I think there might be a few too. Reset. I don't know their all like full names, but they each just kept getting marked off my list one by one. Like a few of them were known to apparently botch people. Because I almost booked one with one person and literally I was like so close, and then I like saw all these like pages people have made of like horror stories of them, and I was like, no, don't want to risk it, because they gave you like that little perfect doll nose. But then I was thinking, I was like, okay, but maybe that wouldn't work for like everyone's shape, and then yeah, lead problems down the line. Like you make it too small for what the person can breathe out of. So that person was more like the aesthetic than like the safety, like some of the people. So I kept searching and searching and searching, and I was just kind of like getting annoyed, wanting to give up. And then eventually I was watching people's videos on YouTube, like people's nose jobs in Turkey, and I'm like, okay, this is gonna help me. This will be a little bit easier to figure it out. It's so hard for me to contour my nose because no matter what I do, it just looks more crooked. So yeah, I ended up watching people's YouTube videos, and eventually I came across this girl's, I think her name was Ava or close to that. I know there was an A and a V in there. This is like a bad video, I'm sorry. But hers came up, and hers surgery was with Dr. I think it's Yusuf Orhan, Dr. Yusuf Orhan Ukal. It's like that, but people call him Dr. U, or Dr. Unique. So that's when I first found her video, and that's when I first found him. So I watched, I think, one other video of him because that's what just people had online at the time. Now that since then there's like 3 or 4 more, I believe, and I know someone else who's working on hers because I'm in group chats for it, for that doctor with people, and someone else said she's working on a YouTube video, and then I also plan to make one of my experience. So that's how I first found him, and I really liked his noses. He didn't do like the drastic changes like a lot of the other doctors did, which I was like, oh, like that'd be nice if you could do more. But then like when I was looking more into it and into him, he goes based off like safety. He goes based off of wanting the best for you and the best outcome for you and your face structure. So like if your skeleton like doesn't allow for what you want, or if it's not safe to do what you want to do, he's not going to do it, which other doctors would do it. And then eventually down the line, you'd end up having problems. And that's his goal, is to like not have those issues. Like I know 2 people who got theirs done and not there, here, and their bridges collapsed. So it's just like, it can happen anywhere in the world. Like it's not just because it's somewhere else that makes it bad. It's the, oh, thank you. He's giving me kisses. It's the doctor. So I did a lot of research on him. I'm sorry that I'm so like, the dog's sitting on me. I keep saying stuff. I need to just keep going. So yeah, it's just the doctor. So I did a lot of research in looking into him. He works through Clinic Hub. So that's who you would have to talk to on WhatsApp if you want to end up booking with him. So you don't like talk to the doctor directly. When you if you go on his Instagram page, there's I think like 3 different numbers depending on like what country you live in, and you message that on you message that number on WhatsApp. And WhatsApp, sorry, I'm gonna keep doing this and just keep going. It's just what's working for me right now. WhatsApp is where you can talk to anyone around the world, and it doesn't charge you like that extra fare. I'm like pretty sure, at least that's what people told me. I don't take care of my sorry, my phone bill. My dad still does for me, but he hasn't yelled at me, so I'm assuming they're correct. So yeah, so you can talk to people like that. So my dog's throwing up all day today and she does not feel good, and she's like throwing up things whole. So I texted my dad and I was like, did you feed her like something? And then he goes, I fed her cantaloupe last night. It's like, well, he fed her a whole ass cantaloupe because those things came out in chunks. And poor little baby. So yeah, then you message on WhatsApp, and then you wait for a coordinator through Clinic Hub to answer you. That person, you get, there's like so many people that work there, so you just get like someone to answer you. And mind you, like there's different time zones. Like right now, it's about to be 2 o'clock here, and they're 8 hours ahead. So that's 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10. It's 10 o'clock at night right there right now. So you're not always gonna get like an immediate response, and then some coordinators are better than responding than other coordinators. So a lot of the times I get messaged by a coordinator by like 3, 4 in the morning. And at first I would wait until like I actually got up to answer them, and then I realized at that point maybe I'll get an answer or 2, but most likely I might not hear from them again until the next 3, 4 in the morning. So I started like responding to him at like 3:30 in the morning here. The dog's like slowly climbing up the chair. I wish you could see him. I should shorten this, but then that might bother him. Let me see if I can reach it. I don't think I can. All right, we're zoomed out now. Here's Cuddles. He's so cute. You still can't fully see him, but it's fine. So what was I saying? I'm so distracted. Yeah, so I started answering at like 3:30 in the morning. Like sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. So I reached out to them officially, well, at least my coordinator officially, and I don't like how this is turning out. It looks like so muddy and it looks like a block. Okay, we're not doing good today. I reached out to him officially, I think like October 2nd. So I was doing research from like 7 August, September, and then I reached out to this one October 2nd. And then we were going back and forth for a bit. He was asking questions, and then they send you like a morph of what your new nose could potentially look like. And when they sent me the first one, I was like, oh no. Like I was not a fan at all. Like it wasn't like deep projected really, and then it just was still wide. And then I realized it wasn't for the doctor I was asking for, it was for someone else, because it had like a little water tag at the bottom. I was like, actually I was interested in this doctor, and they're like, oh well, this doctor is actually available sooner. And I was like, that's okay, because at the time my doctor wasn't available until September 2022 when I was reaching out in October 2021, and the other one was available like in a few months, like It wasn't like, I don't remember the exact month, but it was like less than 6 months away. And I was like, no, it's okay. Like, I want to see with the other doctor. So then they sent me the other doctor's ones, which I've also heard, like, the doctor themselves doesn't actually, like, make the morph. It's just the coordinator. So never kind of go based off of what they send you for that. At least is what I've heard. So they sent it to me. The front one is, like, really hard because it's not 3D. So I couldn't really tell from the front view, like, what it would actually look like. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna ignore that one. But the side one, I pretty much liked it for the most part. I would have adjusted the tip a little bit. I'll maybe put it up on the page. You know me, it's a possible if. But yeah, I really liked the next one. So we talked a bit more. They're talking to me about the package. So when you go, you get, like, it's a lot that's included. So they tell you the price of what your surgery would be, and then hotel and pickup. So when you book, you're booking for the surgery, but then you're also, it comes accommodations with a hotel, and they usually stay at a Sheraton in Istanbul. Oh, this is about to stop recording. Sorry, cuddles. Yeah, so you also stay at a Sheraton in Istanbul. I don't remember the full name of it, but it's a Sheraton. And then it also comes with transport, so they pick you up from the airport. They bring you to the hospital and you go get your blood work. This is all like what I've seen from YouTube videos. And then you go get your blood work done, and then a COVID test, which I don't know if they still do the COVID test, because I know it's not required anymore, but maybe they still do it for surgery. So yeah, you go get your COVID test, and then they bring you to your hotel, and then you have a day to just like kind of travel around and stuff, do your own thing. This looks gray on me. I don't like that at all. From that Mario one. Like, I don't know. That looks weird. I'm not paying attention. This video is going to end up being more of a mess than my original one, but it's fine. It's keeping me busy. So yeah, and then you have one day after to kind of like explore, do what you want to do. So I have to look stuff up for that, and then I have to look up like what I should wear and stuff, because I just want to be respectful to the culture out there and like wear what's appropriate. So I have to figure that out. I got a new mini Huda Beauty because I wanted to try the pound cake one, but this one's so weird to use. It's like nothing's coming out. Does the powder puff come off so I don't like stab myself in the eye? I don't like it with the powder puff. It's my other brush. Okay, back to me like not stalling anymore. Oh, you can see his little Q-tip head laying down. So yeah, then you have like a day, and then I don't know what we're gonna do yet for that day, and then the following day you have your surgery. So I don't think you know the time of your surgery until like the night before, or at least what time they're picking you up in the morning. So they'll let you know, like, I guess throughout the whole time you keep getting contacted by like different coordinators for when you go to like a different step. But like there's supposed to be like a lot of communication, which is great. Like I just got one the other day, like asking for my flight times and everything, so they can have it set up for when someone picks me up, and they have like my passport. And then when it gets closer, the transport people are gonna contact me, send me a video of explaining where to go, where they're gonna pick me up, where they're gonna be, which I think is great. So there's just no miscommunication. And then I don't know, maybe I'll end up being with someone else at the same time who's getting their surgery done, like in the car, or maybe it'll just be me and Nate, because Nate is coming with me. So back to that. So then yeah, that next morning they're supposed to contact you, and then at starting 10 p.m. the day before your surgery, I'm sorry if none of this makes sense whatsoever. This was just me just like telling you what's happening, but now I'm like going into full depth. You're not supposed to eat or drink after 10 p.m. So gotta do that, which will be fun, we'll see. Yeah, then they pick you up the next morning, you go to the hospital. So something that might bother some people, it didn't necessarily bother me, just because I mean, it should have, but it didn't, just because I'm like trying to trust the process. You don't physically have your consultation until the right before your surgery. I mean, you can request though. I want this one closed. You can request doing like a video one online first, but I was like, okay, but what's the difference between like a video, like if I'm already there? So you do, you're there and they're in the hospital room. I let them know that I'd be bringing Nate, so Nate should be allowed to be staying in the room with me. There's like a pull-out couch that he can lay on during it. But now I'm gonna try to do my eyebrows. Yeah, I think like different nurses and stuff come in, like they've already taken your blood work and everything, so they know your levels of everything, and if anything were to be bad, they would cancel the surgery. Like, they're not risking you getting hurt. So I think they like come in, get you like set up, prepped, like give the little IV in your hand, get you dressed into your blue gown, and then eventually Dr. Yu will come in and you guys do your consultation. And so I've seen videos on this and people have told me, so he basically comes in, you guys chit chat like a little bit, and then he asks you what you want with like about your nose, what you like, what you don't like. And then I plan to bring a vision board. I mean, not everyone does, but I'm one of those people that like, even when I go to interviews, I bring my iPad with all my questions that I like took forever to write down, and then I don't ask because I get embarrassed. But I can't do that this time because this is my general face. So you'll tell him your wishes, and then he'll tell you what's realistic, what's not realistic, and what he can do for you, which I think is great. Instead of just being like, oh, like, I want this and you're gonna do it, and then they're like, okay, even though it won't either suit your face or it will be like go downhill from there for you. Or not go downhill for you, but just like not be good in the long run for you. You want to get down? You don't have to jump. There you go. I'm getting too distracted. So yeah, he will say he's very based off of safety, your anatomy, your structure. And he'll tell you he's gonna do his best possible thing he can do for you, but at the end of the day, to be safest for you. And he seems like he always like under gives to you, like he'll be like, I can't do this, I can't do that, like safety, like, but then at the end he'll be like, okay, I was actually able to give it to you. Like, he just doesn't want to promise something and then not being able to give it, but he'll do his best to give you what you want. But again, he's not the type of doctor that it gives you like that super tiny Barbie nose. They still look pretty natural, realistic, but his safety measures just seem to be amazing. So then you do the surgery. The surgeries are like 2 to 4 hours, I believe. And then you go back to your room, and I've heard from some people he's there when you wake up, but then I've heard from some other people like he visits you like a little later after you wake up, and then the next morning before you go, he'll let you know how your surgery went. Usually they post pictures of everyone's like surgery on, or he posts pictures of every surgery he's done on his Instagram story from that day, so you can probably go on and see your post-op photos like while you're still like knocked out. And that's not exactly the nose you'll be with, like it can be a little bit different, but it's like the general idea of that is your new nose. So the whole thing is just terrifying. And this whole time when I booked it, so yeah, I started talking to them on October 2nd, and then by the time I booked it, because I was going back and forth with talking and asking so many questions, was I think October 11th or October 10th or 11th is when I officially like, I just realized I forgot to put on, I mean this look is already going downhill, so might as well have it go more. Actually no, it won't match with the eyes, but I did, ooh, that sounded like it broke. I got some Rare Beauty liquid blushes that I've been trying to figure out how to use because I'm not doing well with them whatsoever. But it's too late now and it won't match the eye color. But I gotta hurry up now because now my mom and my aunt are about to be back here. Oh, back under my eye. That stings, that stings, that stings. Holy shit, that hurts. I should have just kept with the original video and just been like, sorry guys, this is months old. But no, here I am. Yeah, so I booked it around like October 10th, 11th, or 12th. I had to send a deposit through like a wiring app. It was like $250 deposit. And then my surgery originally was supposed to be $3,400. But then I did get a new coordinator because my old one left. And she upped it a bit because of bringing a companion, but I was already bringing a companion, so I don't know really what happened. But now it's like $3,610. That's for the hotel, flight, and the surgery, which honestly I think is like pretty good deal, honestly. So I'm really excited about it. But then I always just feel like back and forth. So it's just like, this is something that I've always wanted to do. I want to be comfortable like with knowing people first breathing and getting a deviated septum fixed, but then also like being comfortable being like, oh, well, like what do I look like to this person? Like, does my nose look like this? Or like if I'm taking a photo, being like, oh, my nose is gonna look bad in this, or I'm gonna look bad in this. And it's not always like exactly my nose, but my nose is like the biggest thing that is on my mind. My makeup looks so bad today. Oh my god, it is so bad. This is why I don't rush doing it. And it's like, as I got older too, and I was like, I don't want to sit like that for the rest of my life, like being that way. So it's like I have to do something, but then it's also just like, it is your legitimate central of your face, and it can change you as a person completely, because I've seen photos of these people and they're a whole new person. But again, you do hear stories of people getting, not botched, but just not what they want, or just something going wrong. And that can happen with any surgeon, like anyone out there. Anyone can make a mistake, or say when you're healing something happens, or you do something later on. So there's so much more to it than just like, I'm getting my nose done, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot. So I'm always just like, but what if I'm that one that it like doesn't work out? Because I'm like, okay, I don't have like the hardest nose in the world, but like with this bump and dip, I'm like, what if that makes an issue? Or if we do something like put a graft there or something to fix it, but then you can see that, like, I don't know, it's just so many things. Like, it's literally the worst or the best decision of your life, and there's no in between, and there's no guessing. Like, you are doing it or you're not doing it. And I was fine when I first booked it. I was like, oh my god, this is happening. But it, like, to me, it was like, it was fake. It wasn't real. It wasn't happening because it was so far away that I just kept like not fully thinking about it. I was like, we'll get there when we get there, but like, whatever. So I just, you know what I mean? But now that it's coming up soon, because originally I was booked for September 29th of 2022 to be my surgery. But I kept just wanting to do it sooner, because I was like, dude, like, I just want it done. But also, I'm in a wedding on New Year's Eve, and then my birthday is November 10th. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna look so swollen on my birthday. I'm gonna look maybe like a potato on the wedding. I need a sooner date. So originally, my original coordinator was like, the cancellation list doesn't exist, but everyone says that there's a cancellation list. So I was like, okay, whatever, like, it's not happening for me. But then he quit, and then I got a new coordinator, and she was like, yeah, girl, we'll put you on the cancellation list. And I was like, oh my god, so it's a thing. So I got put on the cancellation list, and then I did actually get reached out like shortly later for a cancellation. I don't know where my brow gel is. And the cancellation though, I couldn't do it because it was right when, I think right before, right after, or during when I was actually going to Aruba for the first time. So I was like, oh shit, I can't do it. I was like, what if that was my only like shot to get a sooner date? But I was like, I can't. And then even if so, I was like, Nate also then can't take a double other vacation, and I can't because I was just starting a new job. So I was like, can't do that. So then I was waiting, and then a girl recently, like a month or two ago, in one of the group chats, because I'm in a couple WhatsApp group chats. I'm like jumping around so much. I'm in 2 WhatsApp group chats for Dr. Yu, for patients that want to go to him, that are going to him, and that did go to him. So we all talk in there. And then I'm on like 2 Facebook pages, not exactly for him, but just for rhinoplasty in Europe, UK area. And then also I'm in a group chat for Dr. Celiac, or Cilic, not Celiac, Cilic, something like that, which he works in the same department as Dr. Yu, because I was also debating about going to him. But a lot of the girls know both, so we like still talk about both. So I'm in that group chat too. So a girl in one of the Dr. Yu group chats, 2 girls actually, said that they were getting rid of their dates for the beginning of August. And I was like, oh my god, like I have to jump on that. But then it's also that risk, like you're thinking the whole time of like, is this a scam though? Because you're like, you don't want to give them all your information of your itinerary and everything, and then they just like snag it from you and they're like, oh yeah, like the person said I could have it. Because some coordinators don't let you switch either. Just depends. I need more blush. I'm gonna blush. So me and this other girl were talking back and forth for a bit, and yeah, we ended up switching dates. So she took mine, I took hers. So I'm gonna be there. I don't have to be there until August 6th technically, but it takes over a day to get there, like with the time change. So I'm leaving August 5th and then going to be there August 6th, and then I leave August 14th. But the whole flight thing was a mess too, because I paid I think like 23. Oh, my battery's gonna die now and they're gonna be home any minute. Okay, I'm back. I forget exactly what I was just saying, but yeah, I did switch flights with someone else, but I didn't realize the flights would be so much more. I think I paid like $23, $2,400 for the first flights, and that was from Boston to Amsterdam, from Amsterdam to Turkey, and on the way home, Turkey to Paris, Paris to Boston. We had to do the layovers just for like price wise, but I was like, okay, whatever, like it's fine. Did I already put more bronzer on or no? I don't remember. I'll just pat whatever is left over on the brush. Where's my mascara? So I like, kind of looked obviously real quick before switching with that girl, and it was like a little bit more money, like a few $100s more, but I was like, okay, it's a few $100s more, it's fine, like it's a sooner date, that's what I wanted, like I'll deal. And then, oh actually I'm gonna fix the edges of my makeup first. I was like, no big deal. And then I had to like wait a little bit, and then the girl was like almost gonna sell it to a different girl, but I get it because she like just needed a date. Because I told her, I was like, can you wait for a second, like I gotta talk to work, because I just started with that job and they already knew my other date I had off. But I was like, listen, like I got a sooner date, kind of see if I can take that one off. And no one else was booked off that week, so I could. And then I was waiting on Nate, because Nate had to ask his boss, and he's like, oh, I don't know, like we just went to Aruba, and then I just went to my brother's bachelor party, like I don't think I can take another date off so soon. But I was like, dude, like I really want to do this, I want to not look like a potato for your brother's wedding, and I just want to get it done sooner. And then he was like, okay, you know what, it's like not that far apart, like I'll see what my boss says. And his boss said it was fine. So I said to the girl, yeah, we can do it. And then so we had a send our stuff to our coordinators, and then the other person's stuff, I'm gonna look crazy doing this, my coordinator answered pretty quick, but then the other girl's coordinator was taking like days. So by the time it all got situated, it was a few days later. And when I tell you by a few days later, these prices went up so much money for a flight, you won't even believe, like at all. So originally I was paying like $2,300 I think. Now, dude, it was over $4,000 for these tickets. I was like, how do you go up $2,000 like for the same freaking thing? I was like in legit shock. I was like, I cannot pay that much more for this flight. And then that also gets rid of like the whole purpose of going here, because one of the reasons going here is because it's cheaper. I forgot to put on eyeshadow underneath my eye, and I already put on the mascara. So we're gonna make the same mistake on the other eye, and then maybe once it dries, like try to put some under there. So I was like, are you kidding? So then I was panicking over that, because I was like, dude, are you kidding? Like I'm not paying that much more. I can't afford to pay that much more right now because of like being slow with work. So I was like, what am I gonna do? So I searched my soul out for a few days. yeah, I searched my little soul out for a few days trying to find cheaper flights, but then I found cheaper ones, but they were like with huge layovers, and I was like, well then that's not even like worth it, because then it's like a whole other headache. So I finally found one that popped up. So it's still more money, like a couple $100s more, like way a couple $100s more, but it's something now. So we're gonna be flying from Boston to Dublin, from Dublin to Turkey, and then the same way back. And it was like 30 something $100. So I still spent more, obviously, but I'm pissed. But I had to do it. And then Nate was like, I'll help you pay. And I was like, no, like, I'm the one making you go. You wouldn't be going if not. So like, I'll pay for you. You're gonna be taking care of me anyways. And then he kept asking, and I was like, no, like, it's fine. So there's that. And then I got a switch date, so that's why I'm going sooner. And then I was like, oh shit, like, I'm actually going soon. And then I hadn't told my parents. So the people I've told was like some clients, some people at work, my sister, her boyfriend. I told my friend Kate, some people I used to work with, but I hadn't told like my parents. One, because I was nervous as hell to tell them, but then also like my mom had just found out. Well, I was nervous to tell them at first, and then my mom found out she had breast cancer, and I was like, okay, like, it's not the time to tell her. Like, she's already under enough stress, I can't tell her. And then there was a lot of times leading up, like throughout the months, that I was like so close to telling her, but I was like, I just couldn't do it because I just didn't know the reaction I'd get. Like, I knew she like wouldn't like it anyways. So, but then she found out she was in remission, which was great. She found that out recently. But I was like, okay, so now like there's no more excuses for me. Like, I have to tell her and my dad, especially because I got a sooner date, and at this point it was like freaking 4 weeks away. So I was like, I have to tell them. So I was like planning it in my head for so long. I was like starting to get panic attacks over it. I like planned out the whole thing, like how I was gonna go, like what I was gonna say and everything. And then me and Nate get there, we sit down, and then I say like 3 sentences in, and my mom cuts me off and starts asking me stuff. I'm like, this isn't part of the plan in my head. Like, this isn't going well. So I was like kind of panicking. But I caught them like right before they were about to leave for a friend's house too, so I kind of felt bad, but I was like, okay, no better time. Like, they got plans, they gotta go. They're not gonna sit around and talk and ask questions. My dad didn't really say anything. He was just like staring at me, because he's the type of person that he thinks you're stupid if you get a tattoo. So like, he's out for the count. And then my mom was just kind of asking me questions, and she was just acting like I didn't do any research. Like, what are you doing? Like, why would you go out of country? Like, you did 0 research, you're dumb. But then like before she left, she was like, okay, like, you're an adult, you can make your own decisions. And then they left. I mean, they know people have gotten septoplasties and rhinoplasties, like a few people. So it's not like no one's ever done it. And then later my mom came back to me. My dad still hasn't mentioned a word about it, but then later my mom came back to me and she's like, okay, listen, like, I did my research too, like, obviously you did. She goes, you're an adult, and yeah, I looked it up too, and it's like one of the safest places to go for it. Just be safe, have Nate take care of you. Like, that was that. So she now knows. And then Nate told his parents, and then they like, I guess they freaked out, but then he was telling them how it's the safest place to go. And I haven't seen them yet, but I know I'm gonna get asked like a million questions. But more lately, I've been kind of getting this lighting, dude. I don't look like this. It doesn't look like that. More lately, I've been starting to get panic attacks. And they always hit me like randomly. And I just have 0 control over them whatsoever. So I've been getting, yeah, panic attacks recently. I had one yesterday. I had a migraine yesterday, but then I also was having a panic attack. Like, my heart was kind of racing. When I get a panic attack, I feel like I have the flu. So like, I'm just down for the count. I am lightheaded, nauseous, dizzy, potentially throwing up, potentially having the runs. Like, my stomach hurts. I can't stand. I'm like so weak. I'm like a straight mess. Like, it's bad. So it's not like one of those things that I just hate when people are like, oh, like, it's okay, like, don't think about it, calm down. I'm like, you don't get it. Like, I have physically no control. Like, sometimes I'll mentally feel okay, my body's doing its own thing, and I'm like, why am I having a panic attack? Like, I feel okay. Sorry, I'm just looking for a lip liner. And then other times it's like I have a mind that doesn't stop racing with thoughts, like no matter what. Oh, the dog's back. So there's only like so much I can like physically do to help myself. So they're starting recently, and I don't know if it's because now like it's obviously closer to coming, but I've been starting to get some stuff. I probably look so weird doing this. I've been starting to like buy some stuff, and then maybe it's because I'm like, I actually told my parents that it's giving me more anxiety, like that we're talking about it, or that it's so soon now. I don't know, but it's like I'm doing it. Like I'm gonna do it. I want to do it. I just hate that all of a sudden I'm getting this. So I like even today, right before, I think I just got back. Right before doing this, like I felt myself starting to get a panic attack. I felt my heart starting to race, and I wasn't feeling good. I don't know if my migraines from that too, but I was like, dude, I don't want to spend the weeks up to this feeling this way, or flying feeling this way, because it's like it's impossible to fly feeling that way. Like I'm gonna be on a flight for 10 hours and then a few hour layover, then another flight. It's like this is something I want to do, and I don't want my body like stopping me from doing it. So it's just like a struggle. I've been trying to find techniques to help, but like I haven't found anything. I've tried breathing, listening to music, holding something cold. Is that my dad? No. Confused. I thought he was starting his car. Yeah, breathing, telling myself like it's okay to have these thoughts can't hurt you, you're still safe. But it's hard. It really is. And sometimes I can slightly talk myself out of it, and then I'm like back into it. And some are way worse than others. Like when I went for my state board for my aesthetics license, I thought I physically had the freaking flu. Like I was throwing up, shaking. I couldn't stand straight. Like it was so bad. And mine don't last like 5-10 minutes. Mine could, but sometimes they last an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. Yesterday I had it on and off for the entire day into today. I can tell someone's home, but they're barking at something else. Yeah, so it's difficult, and I can't figure out things to help right now. I think they are back. There's something else I was gonna say, but now I forget what it was about it. But I just don't want to be the thing that gets in the way and me not doing it. Oh yeah, I do have lorazepam, but I don't take it all the time, and sometimes if I'm already having a panic attack, it doesn't work, and I don't want to be reliant on it. But I'm also not on anxiety medication, because I've seen like other people on it, and I just don't like the side effects potentially. I'm just not a medicine person. But I'm gonna try to get through it. Like I have to. It's so soon. Like I'm doing it. It's crazy. And I'm praying for the best. Help me. Leave tips down below. But also things like I have to start changing my diet now. My diet is sweets, ice cream, cookies, chips. Like, okay, I'm back, and I literally have no idea on what I was last saying, and now I'm kind of whispering. What was I last saying? No, I talked about the flight. I told my parents last. I forget. So now I've just been like kind of just buying some things that I will need. It's still kind of up in the air because it's like you find lists that you need, then you're like, but what of that do I really need? Like there's nose sprays, but then there's nose sprays with so many different types of things in them. There's tape, and then there's so many different types of tape. I don't know why people like Amazon. I hate Amazon. Trying to find things, it's like it's never what you need. Same thing with Target. I've been trying to find like a certain like lumbar or wedge pillow to bring with me to sleep, because I do not sleep on my back whatsoever. Like it is a nightmare for me. So I'm gonna sleep on my back. So I was looking for like little lumbar pillows, but that wasn't working out because it's all mixed reviews. A wedge pillow would be too big to bring, and then it's more for my back and like sitting up more, but not my tailbone or my knees or anything. So I do have I'm bringing a Squishmallow with me to help me sleep. I'm burping again. And then my mom has this like little pillow thing that she's gonna let me bring, and hopefully it works. It'll just be weird, like the whole thing. And yeah, like the anxiety and panic attacks are starting now. I do take lorazepam sometimes, but I don't really take it much. I try not to take it, just because I'm not a medicine person. And then again, like if I don't take it, if I take it too late, it doesn't work. So it's just annoying because I'll just randomly not feel good, and it's like I just can't do anything about it. But again, like it's a best decision of my life or the worst decision of my life. Like my nose, it's like not the most hard one in the world to like deal with, but it's just this part that I feel like poses an issue that makes me nervous. So like I don't want to be too thin up here. I don't want like a super bulbous nose either. Maybe I'll post up some pictures of what I'm looking for. It's some girls' videos that I've seen, some girls that have been to him, and then some that I've just seen. I've already sent him some pictures before on Instagram, and he said they were too unrealistic for me, that for my face shape they're too small. And then also I have face asymmetry, which we know that, like you can tell my face is not symmetrical side to side. So he said it won't be like 100% straight, but it'll be better. And he's like, we'll deep project your nose no matter what, we're gonna give you a better version of your nose. So it's all terrifying. All many things that can go right, all many things that can go wrong, and it's so soon. It is so soon now. It's insane. And I don't get paid during any of this. It's my type of work. It's commission. You get paid when you work if you have a client. So I'm losing out on a lot of money. Money sucks too right now because I thought I was going to be making more money prior to it, which I'm not. So it's because another job screwed me over that I thought I had, and then this one's been slow. So it's just a lot of stuff going on. I don't know, it's so real now. I don't know, talking on this has helped a little bit, but there was literally other things I wanted to say, and now I can't think of what it was at all. So like I said, I do plan to record it. I'm gonna try to put Nate on like camera duty. He needs to whip his shit together to get a good clip, because whenever he takes photos, he be cutting half my head off. He be getting the bad angles, or if he's recording something, he's moving it the whole time, and I'm just gonna be like, chill, like you are the videographer, you need to do A1 shit this time. So we will see about that. It's the goal to try to. I'm gonna try to record as much as I can during it. Let me know if you guys drop below, like if you have any questions you want me to ask like while I'm there, anything you want answered, anything you want to ask me now. I don't know if I'm going to do like a packing with me video or not, or if I'll just do that after and be like, this is what you need, like this is what's worth that you need. I wish I could bring my Xbox, because it's like, I don't know what I'm going to do in the room all day. I'm going to be so bored with card games. I think you technically can, but like it sounds like a lot of work, so I don't know. At least for the flights too, we got the ones that are like 2-seaters on the sides instead of the 3, because when we went to Aruba that was a struggle, like at least for Nate, because I sat at the window. So now it's 2-seaters. I'm getting the window again for sure. I also got like, you can't use ice on the planes, I guess, because they hold like bad bacteria, at least that's what I've heard. So I got this little breakable squeezable ice pack, but it only lasts like 5-10 minutes I think, and then after that it's done. So don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Then you have to ice yourself a lot in the room after. I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but after the surgery, you stay one night at the hospital, and then if you have to stay longer, but then you go back to your hotel, and you actually have a nurse or nurses that come check on you throughout the day, or at least once or twice a day, every day following. So it's not like you're like alone out there. Like they do come and keep checking on you, and then you can ice yourself like at the hotel too. I don't know if they have a general ice room. They might not, just because people might take too much. So you can order ice from concierge, or I bought these little ice gels that I'm gonna put in the fridge. They're supposed to be frozen, so it's not gonna do too much, but I'm hoping it does something, because you can swell a lot. Like your face can be like a lot, and there's some things you can do prior to help. So there's bromolamine, which I can't take because it's from pineapple extract, and I'm allergic to pineapple. I didn't used to always be. I used to eat it all the time, like that was my fruit, and then all of a sudden I ate it and I was like so swollen and itchy, and it's been too long, so I don't remember exactly how I felt, or if I should try it again, because it's like, it's a pill, and it's just the extract of it, but I'm like, but then swallowing it, I'm just scared, so I'm not gonna try that. And then there's what's it called, arnica, I think arnica pills. Some people say yes, some people just say no, but I did ask my surgeon, he said no because it's actually a blood thinner, so you don't want to do that. But I did get arnica cream for after, for a bruising that comes up. I can put some on that, but then I just found out too, you can't ice your skin if arnica's on that, so I'd have to take off the cream to ice for a little bit, so I don't know how that's really gonna go either. But certain foods make you swell more too, like sodium, salt, or those the same things, carbs, like you have to try to stay away from those things. So I'm trying to eat a little bit healthier, but it's not really working well. So those are all the things that I eat. Like, I don't eat healthy, it's not me, so I'm struggling on that behalf. But I am going to be a swollen chipmunk probably, because I can't do stuff prior. So you'll see me on my glory again once we're there with that too. And then you end up getting your cast removed. They might change the date, but technically I think it's like the day before you leave you get the cast removed. And when I see those videos, I'm like, girl, I'm not looking forward to that because that looks painful. So they take the tampons out of your nose, that's what they call them, tampons, and that looks long. They just pull that thing out of your nose. I can't imagine also breathing through my nose for like 5-6 days after. That's also gonna be hell. Not looking forward to that at all. I'm still trying to find dry mouth spray. The one I keep trying to get everywhere is like sold out. So yeah, you have to breathe through your mouth, but then they take the tampons out and they're so long. And then he gets like this thing that's like longer than like a COVID test, and you tilt your head back a little bit, it's metal, and he shoves it up your nose and he keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. It looks like he touches your brain, but I think he's sucking all that gunk out. But then apparently I hear the breathing is A1 after. And then taking the regular cast off I guess hurts because it's sensitive, and then he does take off some stitches, but then I guess the rest of them are supposed to be dissolvable. So it's all just like, talking to you right now I feel okay, but then later when I'm just doing nothing, since all they do is do nothing, I'm gonna panic. Like right now I don't want to go over Nate's house because someone there is sick. I'm like, what if it's COVID? And I don't want to get even a cold beforehand because I'm like, what's gonna, like, what if I get something and then I can't get it done? Like right now my nose is so stuffy right now, but it's because my AC is on and I'm freezing and I can't take allergy medicine. Yeah, and I can't take allergy medicine, so I have allergies too. But I'm scared of that. Or on today's Friday the 14th, 15th, and on Thursday me and Nate are going to see The Weeknd, and I'm like terrified to go because I'm like, what if we get COVID there? I'm like, we're wearing our masks because it's like right before we leave. So because when me and him went to Jack Harlow, we got a cold after, but he was saying it was a cold from work because people at work had a cold, which he didn't tell me about. And then we got a cold like the day after Jack Harlow, so I don't know if it was from that or that, but I don't want no sicknesses. So there's like other things I wanted to say that I think I put in the other video and I didn't put in this video. Maybe if there were, I'll like cut clips and shove them in here. I know this was kind of like all over the place, and I probably should have filmed it sitting like this the whole time instead, realistically, but I didn't. So I think you won't see this video until I'm like there. I think I'm gonna have it like film it. I'm filming it. I think I'm gonna edit it and put it on as a premiere or just a set date time on my YouTube, so that when I'm flying you'll all find it out then, okay? Like, I just think that's the best way possible. And then I'll record while I'm there. I don't know if I'll edit while I'm there or not, or just do it after because I'm gonna be home for a week anyways after. If I'm just gonna be that bored there, I'll edit it there. We'll find out on that behalf. A lot of family will find out on that behalf too. Just because I don't think it's everyone's business. It isn't. I don't want to tell the whole world and hear everyone's opinions about it. Like, it's my decision, not theirs. I don't want to hear about it. So my dog's angry. She's thrown up like 6 times today. My dad fed her cantaloupe last night and now she's throwing up. And now she's hungry because she threw up 6 times, so there's no food left in there. This is hectic. Okay, so also little baby birds just hatched in the tree next to my window, and I'm gonna pop up a video if I can of them. There was 3. They were eggs. Now there's only 2. I don't know what went down there, but they're cute. Okay, I'm rambling. So this is crazy. I'll be in Turkey by the time you see this video, which crazy. Pray to God nothing happens, because then this will look like a joke, and I'll look like a joke, and I'm just trying to make myself feel better right now and get out of my panic attack. Ugh. Okay, so I have like 1, maybe 2 more videos going up before this video, and my Aruba video coming up. I'm gonna edit that probably today, maybe I'm gonna edit that a little bit after this, just to do something. So my Aruba video, and then I might film the Weeknd concert. I don't really know, because I have work part that day. Maybe it'll be like a short video, because I can't really even post like the songs on YouTube anyways. But maybe that, and then this, and then it'll be like some nose related turkey videos, maybe my next 2-3 videos, and then I'll post like updates and stuff. But let me know if you guys have any questions or anything down below. And thanks. See you in future videos. Bye.